Today you're going to learn 3 different ways to start in a round. I want you to look through all 3 of these, decide which one's best for you, and then practice that one over and over again until, again, it becomes second nature. The very first one we're going to learn is called the magic circle. This is how I start my rounds. It can be a little complicated when you first start out, but now that I'm used to it, I don't even think about it anymore and it just happens. So pay attention, lots of moving hands and moving fingers for this one, okay? So we have our yarn. We're going to create a loop, like so. I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to insert it into the loop, like this. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to hold it there very casually. Now I'm going to take this yarn and I'm going to move it from this side to inside the loop on the other side here. So it's very simple, very easy. I'm going to hold on to the loop here just to give it some taunt, and I'm just going to move it from outside to inside here. Now we're going to yarn over. I'm going to hold on to the loop and hold on to the end there, and I'm going to pull it through the loop on my hook. And now this basically is like a chain start for rounds. And I'm going to make single crochet. So I'm going to make 6 single crochets. I'm going to insert it into my big loop, yarn over, pull through, 2 on my hook, yarn over, pull through both. So I'm making, single crochets just with a large loop there. So I'm going to keep doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to give myself some slack here. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 at the end here. I'm going to take my loose end here, and I'm going to hold on to my first single crochet, and I'm just going to pull it tight. And that creates a loop, or a round, a loop. So that creates our little round here. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll continue to stitch into that first round as we go. So that's the magic circle technique. I'm going to do it one more time just to give you guys another look at it all. So 1 loop, insert your hook into that loop and hold it with your fingers there. Take this guy and move it in and over to the other side here. So with our hook, we're going to move it over like so, then we're going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull it through the loop on that hook, and that's going to be our starting chain. And then you're going to go in through that big old loop, yarn over, pull through, 2 unhook, yarn over, pull through both, and that's our first single crochet for this. And then you're just going to keep doing that through that big old loop until you get to the end. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to take my guy at the end here. I'm going to pull him through. Whoops. Hold on to my first, and I'm going to pull through until it gets tight. And there's our round. Now, our next technique that we're going to learn, I'm going to snip this guy just to make it easier. There we go. The next technique we're going to learn is the chain 2 method. So what you're going to do is, just as the name implies, we're going to make our slip knot, and we're going to chain 2. So chain 1 and chain 2. Now we're going to make 6 single crochet stitches all in that first chain. So 1 single crochet, and then we're going to go right back into that chain. 2 single crochet, right back in, 3 single crochet, and you're going to kind of start to turn your work as you go just to get that nice round shape there. 4 single crochet, back in, 5 single crochet, and 6 single crochet as we got to the front there. And then you're going to take your end again and you're going to tighten it. This one doesn't tighten as tight as the others, so you might have a little hole in the middle there. But there we go. There's our round. very simple. We're going to do it again just to make sure you guys have an idea there. So we're going to slip knot, chain 2, and 6 single crochet in that first chain. 1, 2, 3, kind of turn our work as we go here. 4, 5, and 6. And then we pull just to tighten it. Alright, and now that's the chain 2 method. And the next method we're going to learn is called the sloppy slip knot method. And it's very similar. It's practically the same as the chain 2 method, but it's a little different here. So we are going to take our yarn here and our hook, and I'm just going to place the yarn like so. So it's kind of over our hook here, but there's not a knot or anything holding it in place. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist our yarn. So now we have a twist in our yarn here, and you're going to chain on this bad boy here. So chain 1 and chain 2. So just like our chain 2 method, we have 2 chains there, and then we're going to do 6 single crochet in that very first chain, just like our chain 2 method. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to kind of move it as we go here. 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to take our little guy in the back here and we're going to tighten him up. And there we go. Then we just keep on going through. So I'm going to show you one more time here, sloppy slip knot method. So we just have our yarn. I'm going to take my hook and we're just going to place it over the top of our hook here. Now we're going to twist this just to give us a nice little twist, and then we're going to basically do the chain 2 method from there. So chain 1, chain 2, and then 6 single crochet in that first chain there. So 1, 'It's a little tight, sorry. 2, 3, and we're going to rotate it as we go. 4, 5, and 6, and tighten it. All right, and that is the sloppy slip knot method of working in a round. As you can see, there's many different techniques. They all have the exact same outcome though, is just a round circle here. So go through the video again, see which one works best for you, and then that's how you'll just do it from now on. Practice, practice, practice. Next video, I believe we are going to learn how to, color changes, how to double check. We are going to learn how to do a color change in a row. So I hope you join me for that.